from our Cape Town studios. Good afternoon to you, Xanthia. Thanks very much for coming on to the programme. We know the storm brought a lot of devastation last week, but how much rain did it actually bring?
So yes, we've experienced a number of days of rainfall, which is obviously something that we greatly need at this time. It has made an impact, but it in no way has changed the drought situation. As of today, our dam levels are at 21.2%. So there's been a 1.5% increase since last week. So there has been an increase in the water levels within our dams, but this does not mean that we're out of the critical situation. Our dam levels are still at a very severe stage, and so we need saving efforts to continue, and we're calling residents to still continue with their saving efforts despite the rainfall, and level 4 water restrictions are still in place and need to be complied to.
Now, there was a lot of talk about tapping into a Table Mountain aquifer some time ago. Is that still on the cards?
Yes, that's correct. The drilling down of boreholes into the Table Mountain Group aquifer is still in place. That is well on its way of being implemented and should be providing a yield by the end of July 2017.
So how much more water are you expecting from that aquifer?
So as part of the supply schemes that we are accelerating, we're drilling down into the Table Mountain Group aquifer as indicated, and we're looking to be able to provide at least between 2 to 5 million litres of water through that particular supply scheme. We're also going to be placing well points into the Cape Flats aquifer, and that we are hoping to draw another between 3 and 5 million litres, and we'll obviously gradually upscale these particular supply schemes. And then in addition to that, we are still working on the 2 desalination plants as well as the water reuse plant. All of these plans are being accelerated as part of our emergency plan to deal with the drought situation.
Now, Xanthia, you've preempted something I was going to ask you next, and that is about the appetite for desalination facilities. We know it's pretty expensive from the sound of it, but can it be done easily?
Well, the city is looking at modular plants, so this will allow us to implement this quite soon. We do need to ensure that we can augment our existing reserves as our dams are at a critical level. Because we are a coastal town, there is an opportunity for us to tap into seawater and obviously undertake that reverse osmosis process and then convert it into drinking water to ensure that we can supplement our existing reserves to ensure that we meet the supply of our city. And so the city will be looking at these 2 desalination plants, and will also look at upscaling this over time. What this drought situation has definitely shown and taught us is that we need to diversify our water mix and not only rely on surface water in the form of dams. And so desalination is part of a holistic plan to ensure that the city of Cape Town can become a water secure city.
When exactly do you expect these desalination plants to come online, Xanthia?
So the 2 desalination plants will be coming online late this year, early 2018, and then the other supply schemes that I've spoken about will be coming online in the next month or 2. And obviously throughout 2018 we'll look at expanding these supply schemes, and then some of the other augmentation schemes that the National Department of Water and Sanitation are working on will also come online in 2018-2019.
So in terms of the aquifers and the desalination plants, how much are those facilities going to cost the city of Cape Town?
The city has set aside 315 million rand to fund those supply schemes. That money we'll be spending within this financial year, and it will allow us to implement all of those supply schemes. And then obviously for the next financial years, we'll prioritize funding to ensure that we can upscale it to increase the yield from those supply schemes.
Thank you so much for talking to us. The City of Cape Town's Xanthia Limburg. More of the day's top